What's up, everyone? Welcome back. And if this is your first time tuning in, huge thanks for being here. Yeah, let's jump right in. Alright, believe it or not, guys, I figured out what we have to do. And it does unfortunately involve those tumors. So I made a test world and made an exact copy of the seed. So, same layout and everything. What we actually have to do is do this a handful of times. I think like anywhere from 3 to 5 times, I think. Basically until this bar down here says one enemy, which is itself, which doesn't have an HP, and instead just dies after a couple of seconds, and drops some loot. And I don't remember if we have to do all four, or if we only have to do like 2, 3 of them. But basically, we're just gonna do it until we get the message like the tendon walls loosen or something like that. I'm a little gross. This is gonna take a while though, because while I was testing, I did find that the enemies can in fact spawn outside of this whole biome, or even within like little caves. So, because of that, it could take quite a while. Hey, this is the third one, and oh, it's already on one. So now, yeah, we just wait, and it'll spawn some more enemies, but also we'll drop some loot. So now we gotta do this for sure, and at least I think another 2, maybe one more. But basically, we just gotta do this until we can mine these tendon blocks or tumor blocks. Also, let me clear some of these out so I can actually see what's in my inventory. There we go. So we got a notebook, cool, and this weapon, which is ooh. I didn't get this in my testing world. I mean, it's kind of a nasty color, I'm not gonna lie. This seems pretty cool. It does use gel, I think. It says we have 58 shots, but we don't have... It does not use gel. It uses blighted mushrooms. Okay. That is good to know. So if we want to use this, which we probably will for some things, not everything, we just gotta remember that we gotta keep a good bit of blighted mushrooms? Yeah, blighted mushrooms in our inventory. And right here is one of those moments where the enemy's probably somewhere over here. Yeah. I don't know where. Right there. That's the enemy we want. Actually, this worked. Okay. I guess we can kind of go through this. So we can't actually mine this with our pickaxe. But we can, for whatever reason, block swap it, so... I don't know why it works, I just know that it does work. So now we can take this guy out. And... now I have to do another 8 more enemies. Cool. Yeah, see, we got 2 spawning up in here now. So this was definitely going to be a huge issue for this. And again, I don't remember how many we need to kill of these in order to unlock the boss area. But this will be a recurring problem if we have to do all of them. And to make things worse, we can't go too far from the tumor either. Otherwise, it will reset all the progress. There we go. We have defeated this one. Gorgeous. We just kill these guys, we can get the enemy, and the muscles of blighted walls loosen. So now we actually shouldn't need to do any of the other ones. It should actually be good to just mine this now. Yeah, there we go. And now, of course, I only know this because of the test world, but we do mine right through here. We probably didn't have to do the tumors at all, and we could have just swapped it with platforms. Or even really any block, I think. And then just mine that block. Now we can go down here. into this room, which has the rotting corpse that we were trying to find the other day, or in the last video. It's this little thing right there. Golly, this was fun to try and figure out, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And by fun, I mean this was not fun in the slightest. Now we can clean this up. Then we're probably gonna use the laser gun mostly. But we could also use the Zappinator because it does have a chance to do some crazy damage. Nope, it's coming. There it is. Yeah, we'll just use the Zappinator. Like this. I feel like this does more consistent damage anyways. So I only took a quick look at the boss fight itself, so I'm not entirely sure of all these attacks. All I know is I just don't want to get hit by whatever he's doing. See, that was good damage right there. Actually, this is not that bad of a fight. Then, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the last boss for this series anyways. What is that? It's homing, so I don't think I want to touch it. Just because it is still in early development, at least for this update of T-Mod Loader. We might try the older version somewhat soon. But I'm pretty sure there was a handful of other mods people wanted me to try. There we go. First try too, actually. That was not that bad. I do remember these guys though. These guys are no fun. Okay, and that's it. Well, golly. We got a melee weapon. That's like the vine or snapthorn. Doesn't matter. We got a another melee weapon. What the heck? That's cool, I guess. Got the blighted heart. The armored leeching fungus. Killing enemies will temporarily boost your HP with a maximum increase of 10%. Extra HP depletes over time. Recover life when killing an enemy. Very cool. We also got the mushroom monarch mask, as well as the relics. So that's pretty heckin' cool. Pretty heckin' cool indeed. Yeah, as you can see here, there is no other modded bosses. Obviously, the easiest way to check to see if there's anything right around Moonlord, because most mods that add bosses will have a boss either right after Moonlord or right before Moonlord. This mod goes up to Mushroom Monarch, and that is it. And since that's it, there's probably not going to be any other items, weapons, gear, past. Probably Skeletron. There might be something for Queen Bee, but we probably won't do that. Alright, we do have another armor set that we can make, the Biotech set, which increases life by a total of 30. So we might do that. We also got the, not this one. Yeah, this bow. This is the bow I wanted to make like early on into the series. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's actually worth using, but we'll have it in our hotbar. Was there any other weapon? I don't think there was, which is kind of sad. But then again, it is still in very early development, so I mean, you can't really be too mad. Peter, shut up. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. Obviously, we won't, delete the world and restart, but when they update the mod, bring some more bosses in, we'll continue this series, but until then, this is going to be the end. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to support the channel, liking, commenting, or subscribing, they all go quite a long way. And I always will appreciate support, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!